everybody, and welcome back to the Rodeo Diaries. Today I'm going to be doing my top 5 biggest mistakes that I made on the road. Also, side note, please ignore this hot mess express I have going in the background. I literally cleaned this little area here so it looks like I had a nice place to film like all the other YouTubers, and really in real life it is like a tornado flew through here. It is just awful. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm gonna start from number 5 and go down. Number 5 biggest mistake that I made was laundry. I did not think about putting laundry into my budget. If you follow me on TikTok, you saw when I was packing to go down south that I literally folded my clothes into these teeny tiny pieces and packed my whole closet. Like, I stuffed as much as I could in this tiny trailer closet, and that did not work out for me. Good vibes. And then I actually had my dad build these shelves in my closet, which are pretty sweet. And I've literally just been folding my clothes as tiny as possible so I could bring as much stuff as I can in case we end up staying longer, and also so I don't have to do laundry. That is a life hack. Pack your entire closet. Because I didn't consider laundry in my budget, we probably went to the laundromat like 3 or 4 times, and it definitely took a chunk out of our budget to do other things like go to rodeos and things like that. So definitely make sure that if you're going to be traveling for a long time, to consider putting laundry in your budget. Number 4 biggest mistake I made was no Wi-Fi. When I was looking at places to stay, I did not consider Wi-Fi in the factor. I know like a lot of other girls that rodeo all the time, they work off their computer, and so do I, and I didn't have Wi-Fi, so we had to go buy a hotspot, and it was a whole ordeal. And just make sure that if you're working off your computer or you need Wi-Fi for something else, to make sure that the place has Wi-Fi before you make your reservation to stay there. Number 3, underpacking. As you heard from number 5, I packed my whole closet, but I didn't consider summer clothes. I have a little friend joining here. I did not consider summer clothes, enough summer clothes, shorts, t-shirts, things like that. Being from Minnesota, I assumed that it would be semi-cold down in Texas. I know that they get some cold days, and I did not consider that it would go from 15 degrees to 75 the next day there. So make sure that if you're staying down south and you're coming from up north, that you have a wide variety of clothing options. Number 2, spending too much money on hay. So before I left, I had a hay budget and I mapped out some places that sold hay, but I didn't consider the price range and how much it would affect my budget. So for example, some places sold 2-strand bales for $18, while other places sold 3-strand for $21. A 2-strand bale is about 50 pounds and a 3-strand is about 100 pounds. So I didn't really take that into consideration. I more so went for convenience, that the 2-strand was where I was staying versus that the 3-strand down the road would save me a lot of money over time. So make sure you're taking that into consideration, that the size of the bale, how much they cost, and then how much you'll need over time, and that you have a very healthy budget for hay, because my horses burn through hay very quickly. And the number 1 grand reveal for my biggest mistake was spending too much money on a place to stay. I had never been to Texas with horses before, so when I looked up on the internet horse motels, it was more big boarding facilities and things like that, and so I spent a lot of money just to park my horse somewhere. Yes, this place had a lot of accommodations, such as a covered arena, a tack stall, or a tack room, things like that, but I'm the kind of person, I just need an outdoor, and since we're traveling, rodeoing anyways, I keep my stuff in my trailer. And a very nice girl offered for me to stay with her for much cheaper, and if I would have done that the whole time, I would have had a lot bigger budget to rodeo off of. So definitely when you're planning to stay down there with horses, reach out to people that you know, friends on Facebook groups, and take that into consideration versus staying at a big boarding facility, because it will definitely save you a lot of money in your budget. Well, thank you for watching if you made it to the end. I know this is not my usual rodeoing and going to barrel races vlog type stuff, but now that we're back in Minnesota, the weather has a lot of effect on that, so stay tuned for a lot more videos that are like this. But anyways, we will see you next time. Bye!